Hey everyone, we got ourselves a really quick video here, and we're just going to be taking a look at a very essential skill of finding the median and then extending that median skill to find Q1 and Q3. So I've got ourselves a set of data. We went and we measured the heights of some students in my class, and I'm going to take about 9 of them and we'll find how tall they are. So here's our set of data. These are the heights of 9 of my students in my class. I'm not saying who, obviously. And to find the median, which would be the first step here, you're going to find out, well, what is the, you have to put these heights in order. So let's put these heights in order. Okay, now that we've got them in order, what we're going to do is we're going to start to locate where the center of these heights is located. And when we do this, we pair the highest height, the highest observation, with the lowest observation, and we're going to cancel them out, although we're not really canceling them out. We're just kind of pairing them up so we can find the center. And here we've arrived at the center. Now, depending on whether you have an odd number of heights or an even number of heights, you can either have one number in the center or 2 numbers in the center. It just so happens that we have one number in the center of our list of heights, and that one that's left over is going to be called the median. Now, if we had two numbers here in the middle, then our median would just be the number that's right in the middle of those two, which you can find with a simple average, and we'll look at that a little bit later there. Okay, so once we've located our median, if the median is one of the heights, then you're going to kind of not include it in the lower half and the upper half of the data. So let's take a look at what I have highlighted in yellow versus what I have highlighted in blue. Here in yellow, this is the lower half of the data, and it's slightly less than the lower half because we're not including the median in that lower half. We never really locate or use the median as part of the lower half of the data. Here in blue, we have the upper half of the data. Again, noticing that the median is not included in the lower and the upper half. So with the median, or the upper and lower half, we can find the median of the lower half of the data pretty easily. There are only 4 numbers there, so if I cancel out the 61 and the 65, I'm left with a 62 and a 65 right over here, and those 2 would be in the center. And like we said before, if you have 2 of the measurements in the center, then you're just going to find the average. So the average of 62 and 65, that's 63.5. And then the average of 68 and 69, well, that is 68.5. And so in a real way, the median of the lower half of the data is 63.5, and the median of the upper half of the data is 68.5. Graphically, you would know that 63.5 is in between 62 and 65, and we call that quartile 1, or the Q1 score. Likewise, if I located 68.5, we call that quartile 3, or Q3. So now the median of the entire set of data, if we can go ahead and define this, the median of the entire set of data, that is the median. The median of the lower half of the data, we call that quartile 1. And then the median of the upper half of the data, we call that quartile 3. Now you might be wanting to know, well, what is, I see quartile 1, I see quartile 3, where is quartile 2? And the answer to that is quartile 2 is actually the same thing as the median. That's kind of an old way of saying it. Most people will just say median instead of quartile 2. So a couple of things to know about quartile 1 and quartile 3 and the median is 25% of all of our heights is going to be less than or equal to quartile 1. So 25%, so quartile 1 should be greater than equal to 25%. So we have 2 over here is 63.5. That should be greater than, those two. And then quartile 1 should be less than or equal to 75% of the data in our set. Something similar happens with the median and with quartile 3. Okay, with the median, 50% of the data, of the heights in this case, is going to be less than or equal to the median, and 50% should be greater than or equal to the median. The median should be less than or equal to 50% of the data. Same thing with Q3, 75% of the data should fall below the Q3, and 25% or more should lie above Q3. So that really does it for us today. Hopefully we've done a good job of showing you how to find quartile 1, quartile 3, and the median of a set of data. Remember that if you have one number in the median, that one number is a median, and you do not include it as part of the lower half or the upper half. If you got two numbers in the center, then the median is going to be the average of those two numbers in the median, and then the lower half includes literally half of the data, and the upper half is literally half of the data. So that's it for now, and good luck with it. Hopefully you will find that finding the median is now pretty easy.